I can talk, but my brain still doesn't work the way you think it does.
Yeah, that I think has been one of the biggest misconceptions about Gabe and his recovery throughout this whole entire process. First being that the fact that he wasn't left with any hemiparesis and physical deficits, they ended up resolving after about a month or so, except for some light weakness on the right side.
Hmm.
And so that was one of the main things that was kind of frustrating. Not frustrating. Yes, it was frustrating because we're being honest here. That people just kind of assumed Gabe was fine. Now I think the new misconception, especially if you only talk to Gabe for a brief period of time, is that he's also a really good presenter. He always has been. He can show up and do the thing.
Hmm.
Is that everything is just fine. But you'll discover if you slow down and end up having a really in-depth conversation or something that is really heavy in complex ideas and details, there can be a lot more communication breakdown that is getting better all the time. Don't get me wrong, but it can take us a few tries going back and forth to make sure that we're on the same page. Sometimes we're way off. Sometimes we're missing each other just by a little bit, but the more of a complex idea that it is, or more fine details, things can get pretty muddied. In addition, I think a lot of the things that people don't take into account is various factors. Gabe mentioned the other day, time of day. His communication in the morning after a good night of
Yeah.
rest can look significantly different than it does even right now at like 4 in the afternoon. Um, or if he's a little sick and has the flu, just like you and I, we might feel a little run down and we're like, I don't know, my brain's kind of foggy. Well, imagine how somebody who already has a foggy
Yeah.
brain
Yeah.
feels. It can totally sideswipe him, and his speech could have been darn good the week before, and all of a sudden you feel like you're regressing, but you're really not. The body and the system is just taxed, and it comes out as challenging speech because there's still a lot of healing that is going on. There's still a lot of new neural pathways that are forming, which is a really long-term and complex process.
Yeah. So that's it.
So you're wrong.